Here we go. Good evening and welcome back to another video. Let's do another one. Good evening and welcome back to another video. It is time to react to the 2026 BAFTA award winners. Now the BAFTAs can go one or two ways. They will either go with what we expect to win Best Picture, or they'll just pull a British thing out of their left nose. I didn't watch the ceremony, so we're just gonna read them online. Starting with the Rising Star Award, it is Robert Armaio. I thought that this was gonna happen. Some people were predicting Chase Infinity or Miles Caden, but it's like they always go for a British person. So, and he also got nominated for Best Actor. So, what else is there to say but vote for the British person in this award at the BAFTAs. Best Children's and Family Film, this went to Bong. So this is like the random thing that got in, and that ended up winning the Children's and Family Film. Okay, that's kind of interesting. This is only the second year in this category, so we don't really know what direction they go in, but I'm pretty sure that this was a British film, so I guess that's the argument for why it ended up winning. It's kind of like how Wallace and Gromit won last year because that was a British thing. So good for that film. Outstanding debut by a British writer, director, or producer. This went to The Father's Shadow. Wow. A lot of people were predicting Pillion to win this, I believe. That's pretty interesting. I don't really know anything about this movie, but I did hear that it was really good. So, good for the people that made My Father's Shadow. Outstanding British film, this went to Hamnet. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's the most British thing here. I want to see what else Hamnet will win outside of this category, and then Best Actress. Like, is it going to win costumes? Could it win Best Film at the BAFTAs? Could it even upset an adapted screenplay? Let's see what else Hamnet ends up winning here. Best Visual Effects, this went to Avatar. Pretty expected. I mean, the BAFTAs don't deviate that far from the Oscar, especially when you have a frontrunner like Avatar. Like, sometimes they go for something random in this category, but for the most part they stick to what the Oscar winner will be, which will be Avatar in visual effects. Best Sound, this went to F1. Not a surprise either. F1 is looking like it's going to end up winning the Oscar. Let's see if F1 wins film editing here. I'll be very interested to see that if it happens. Best Production Design, this went to Frankenstein. Pretty expected. It's gonna sweep, and it's gonna win the Oscar for production design, and it deserves it. Frankenstein has great production design, so that's a good win. Best Original Score, this went to Sinners. Again, just another sweeper, folks. Sinners is gonna win the Oscar. I mean, I know you had Johnny Goodwood in there for One Battle, and I do love that score. But Sinners, I think it's just the score of the year. Like, what Ludwig Göransson did with that score was just phenomenal. There was a chance that Hamnet could have won this award, but when you have a frontrunner like Sinners that is just gonna win the Oscar, it makes sense for this to win. Let's see if Sinners wins anything else other than score. Best Makeup and Hairstyling, this is Frankenstein. Not a surprise, there's not really much to say. It's gonna sweep. Best Editing, One Battle After Another won Best Editing over F1. Okay, so F1, it's not a clear dunk for F1. One Battle did win this award. So I think One Battle, because it has the BAFTA now, is probably more of a favorite to win the Oscar, especially since the BAFTAs normally go for a racing movie. So maybe that trend of them picking racing films for this category is over. The fact that One Battle ended up winning here tells me that it's probably going to win the Oscar. So I'm glad that One Battle won here, because I prefer that to win over F1, where it's just like, we've seen this kind of editing winner before. Like, we don't need another Ford v Ferrari winning the Oscar. Best Costume Design, this went to Frankenstein. Not a surprise. I think that there was a chance for Hamnet to win this award, but Frankenstein, it's gonna win costumes, production, and makeup. What are you gonna do? Best Cinematography, One Battle After Another. This category was a little competitive because some people were thinking that maybe Train Dreams could win, even though this is its only nomination. Sinners was also another contender to win, but One Battle did win this. Also won the British Society of Cinematographers. So could One Battle end up winning the Oscar? let's see. Let's see if it wins the ASC. I think that's going to be the most important category here to see what's going to end up winning cinematography. It may be between One Battle and Train Dreams, because Sinners just doesn't seem like it's winning, unless it wins the ASC. So let's see if One Battle does end up winning the Oscar for cinematography. I think we have to admit that it's now the frontrunner to win. Best casting? Oh, I swear. Oh, wow. Wow, I swear did get this award. Wow, that's very interesting. You know, I was predicting Mario Supreme because they give it to films that end up winning one of the acting awards. I mean, unless Robert Mario won Best Actor at BAFTA, which I don't really know. But yeah, that's pretty interesting to see there. This best casting of the BAFTAs is kind of all over the place. It's really hard to determine what's going to win, and a lot of people were all over the place with this award, and I don't think anyone really knew what was going to win in this category. Of course, it's not nominated for the Oscar, so this doesn't really give us any clear answers as to what's winning the Oscar, but I would bet that it's still between Sinners and One Battle for the Oscar. I'm still leaning a little more towards Sinners for casting, but I don't know. I think SAG Ensemble may be the ultimate clue. Best film, not in the English language. This one's the sentimental value. They really love sentimental value. They didn't really care for The Secret Agent that much. It only has this award and original screenplay for a nomination. And sentimental value does feel like it's been getting a little bit of steam back after The Secret Agent won the Golden Globe and the Critics' Choice, which, you could argue that it's more criticky, whereas sentimental value is more like a mainstream sort of movie, if that makes any sense. So I think that this award gives sentimental value a slight edge over Secret Agent, especially since the Oscars loved it more with 9 nominations. So yeah, good win for sentimental value. I would love to see it win the Oscar, but if Secret Agent wins the Oscar, I also wouldn't be opposed to that. Best documentary? Oh, Mr. Nobody Against Putin. I was thinking it was between The Putin and The Perfect Neighbor. So we may actually have a race in documentary now. The fact that ended up being The Perfect Neighbor. But I guess you could also argue that The Perfect Neighbor was too American. And one of the people who made The Perfect Neighbor won this category before. It's just a documentary that the BAFTAs branch could get behind of a little bit more. But, most people went with Perfect Neighbor just because it's a frontrunner for the Oscar, and it probably is, but yeah, we could have a racing documentary now. Who knows? Best animated film, this went to Zootopia 2. Okay, so this year we get a split between animated and Children's Family Award. So, yeah, Zootopia 2 ends up winning animated feature. There was a chance that Little Amelie would win, but I didn't really think that was actually going to happen. Best adapted screenplay, this went to One Battle After Another. He's going to win the Oscar. I mean, I'm not really that surprised because I would have been more shocked if Hamnet had won this award, because I really did not think Hamlet was going to win this award despite being the best film. But yeah, PTA, he's winning adapted screenplay. Don't bet against it at this time, folks. Best original screenplay, Sinners. I thought that this was going to happen. A lot of people were going for sentimental value, and in my head, I was just thinking, why? Sinners did very well with BAFTAs in terms of nominations. Yes, they like sentimental value, but Sinners got 13 nominations, and the fact that it's winning the Oscar, it's not. I was just kind of thinking, why are we predicting sentimental value? Because Sinners is too American for BAFTA? It's winning the Oscar. Like, why would it not win BAFTA? So, that BAFTAs are looking pretty predictable so far. There hasn't been anything like crazy outside of just casting. So let's see who wins these acting awards now. Best Actress in Supporting Role. Oh, Wumi Masaku for Sinners. Oh, wow. We have a race, folks. We have a race. Oh my gosh. We are literally getting a split with supporting actress everywhere so far. So Tiana Taylor has the Golden Globe. Amy Madigan has the Critics' Choice. And now Wumi Masaku has the BAFTA. Wow. In a way, this kind of makes sense because she is British, and I always did think there was a possibility that she would win, because, I don't know, I never really thought Inga was going to win anyways, even though a lot of people were predicting her, and Tiana Taylor, I went with just because I was thinking maybe she just ends up sweeping the rest of the season, but yeah, no, maybe not. I mean, who knows? Maybe Womusaku could end up stealing the Oscar, and that is Sinner's path to getting Best Picture, because she could win SAG. If Sinners does really well at SAG, and SAG loves Sinners more than one battle, then maybe Womusaku does win. It is a little crazy that Womusaku could end up winning, because I watched that performance and it's really good, but I never thought it would end up getting this far. So Womusaku is just like, wow, good for her, man. Good for her. I'm glad that she got something big. I was kind of thinking that that's a possibility, but just kind of I ended up playing it safe in this category. But yeah, Womusaku with Sinners. That's really good for Sinners. It really is. It shows that BAFTA does kind of like Sinners. They do kind of like Sinners. Best actor in supporting role. Oh no! Oh fuck! Oh no! Oh no! It's Sean Penn! It's Sean fucking Penn! Oh no! No! Skarsgård didn't win. He needed to win this. No! Oh no! Oh no! Oh my gosh, these supporting categories are literally going to be unpredictable, aren't they? Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me, man. Skarsgård, no! He needed to win this. Skarsgård needed to win BAFTA to pave his way to the Oscar. Man, and he could still win the Oscar, but man, losing the BAFTA, that sucks. That really sucks. What is SAG gonna do? Are they gonna give it to a Lordy? Are they gonna give it to Sean Penn? Is Sean Penn actually gonna pull off a win after all this time? Like, oh my gosh, man, could this be the acting role that ends up that one battle needs to win Best Picture? Oh my god, man, like Sean Penn won? That's crazy, especially like he won over Benicio del Toro, who was like a critic sweep. I'm shocked. I'm like legitimately shocked by that. I thought that like if Skarsgård did lose, maybe to like Jacob Elordi, but Sean Penn, wow. A lot of people were thinking that he was a frontrunner at the beginning of the year, but then Benicio del Toro ended up winning more critics awards, and then the Golden Globes gave it to Skarsgård, and Elordi won the Critics' Choice, and Skarsgård is not even nominated for SAG, so Skarsgård is done. I don't know if he can win the Oscar now. Can he win the Oscar with just the Golden Globe? I mean, I certainly hope so, but this is bad for him. This is really, really bad. And man, what is winning supporting actor? What is winning supporting actress? Like, I need help. What is winning both of these awards? Because now they are all over the place. Like, what am I supposed to do with this information? Like, both of these categories just went crazy. Okay, well, oh my gosh. All right, we'll move on for now to the lead acting awards. Let's just finish reading the nominations. All right, actress in the leading role, Jessie Buckley, not surprised. She's gonna sweep, and yeah, nothing else to say about that. Best actor in the leading role? No. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they fucking didn't. Robert Amaya for I Swear. That won casting too. No way. Mario Supreme got 11 nominations. How did Timothy win or lose? How did Timmy lose? No way. I heard from the next podcast that Robert Amaya could win. No way. I can't believe that. That's shocking. That is absolutely shocking. He's not even nominated for the Oscar. That's crazy. That is crazy, man. I don't know what to say about that. That's nuts. I don't know how Robert Amaya won that. Because Chalamet I thought he was a sweeper. I thought he was gonna win everything. I mean, this is just a very British BAFTA thing to do. It really is. Wow. That's nuts. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. Chalamet, he's still winning the Oscar, but like, wow, that's pretty wild. Best Director, PTA. This is not a surprise. He's gonna win the Oscar. So now he has everything. So don't bet against PTA at the Oscars. If he ends up losing, that'd be like a Sam Mendes 1917 sort of loss. I mean, that'd be really shocking. And Best Picture, Best Film went to One Bad O. So One Bad O, did everything it needed. It got everything it needed to get, except for Supporting Actress. Instead of Supporting Actress, it got Best Supporting Actor. So technically, One Bad O did win an acting award, but it won the other one that we didn't think was gonna happen. So, what are you gonna do with that? It does show that One Bad O is gonna win an acting award, but now we don't know which category it's for. Best Actor and Best Actress, I think, are locked up. Even though Robert Mile won Best Actor, which is crazy, he's not nominated for the Oscar. That's just BAFTA being BAFTA and awarding their British. So what are you gonna do? And they did like I Swear. It does make you wonder how I Swear didn't just show up for Best Film, considering that just happened, if winning 2 awards despite not getting the Best Film. So that's kind of interesting. A lot of the tech categories, I think the BAFTAs reaffirmed that they're locked up. Best cinematography and editing are like kind of still a race, but One Bad O is definitely the frontrunner for both of those awards. But yes, the biggest surprises at BAFTA are the supporting categories. Like, I have no idea what is winning supporting actor and supporting actress now, because now we have a split in like every single ceremony in the supporting categories. And Skarsgård was supposed to win supporting actor at BAFTA, so you kind of have to wonder if he's gonna end up winning the Oscar. And man, I really would be sad if Skarsgård doesn't win BAFTA, or doesn't win. Sorry, he doesn't win the Oscar, because he's had such a long career and he deserves it. Like, come on, do we really want to see Sean Penn win a 3rd Oscar? I mean, he's great in One Bad O, and I loved his performance, but I would rather give it to someone else. Okay, but the Oscars have shown in the past that they don't care how many Oscars you have. They'll give it to you if you think your performance is Oscar-winning worthy. And Jacob Elordi, I mean, if he wins SAG, maybe he could win the Oscar. But I don't know. Man. Like, it still doesn't feel like an Oscar-winning performance to me. I really don't think that it is. And with supporting actress, I do think it's between Wumi Saku and Tiana Taylor. I mean, unless Amy Madigan wins SAG. Because Amy Madigan, she has a Critics' Choice, but I don't think that's enough for her to win the Oscar. She needs to win SAG to really have a shot of winning at the end of the day. And maybe she could still have a chance to win now that Sean Penn has the BAFTA and could maybe win the Oscar. Maybe that's the acting award that One Bad O wins. So yeah, I kind of may end up predicting One Bad O to win both supporting categories, even though I don't think it's gonna happen, because it's gonna win one of them, folks. Okay. But now, because of the BAFTAs, we don't know which one it is. So, the supporting categories, I think, are going to be the hardest to predict at the Oscars. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. Who's your favorite Brit?